Okay, I think that that one didn't really need to be taken out, really. That was pretty good enough, but still, because the water was still leaking through there. Yes, it was. See? Right through that hole there. I can even feel the water in there now from last night. I feel the dampness. See the mud on my finger? Absolutely, see? If you didn't figure that out for yourself, then you're not too good. You know, when I was a little boy, I couldn't understand why they use these little tiny die grinders of the, oh, look at that. See? I didn't understand why they use air over electric. For one thing, you know that? Blows right in your face like a fan, so it's cooling off instead of getting hot. You can use this continuously every day. Also, your air motors are much smaller. See? Size of a pencil compared to your Dremel tool, which is big and fat and chunky, you know. Also, you need the hands of a surgeon to do that, or you're going to cut yourself and you're going to need a surgeon. So don't try it unless Google says that your videos are shaking on the tripod. I think those guys are on drugs too that made that application. But everybody needs a job, right? Too bad you've got your surgeon and I have mine. See? You know what that is, don't you? Snuff pocket. Yeah. Okay, it's me, Horatio, again, and I'm trying to document this image of my Catalina. This is the cockpit and the floor. And I couldn't figure out why. See, there's the seats. Why the build filled up so fast when I had the whole cabin tarped right over top all the way down, you know, because they took off the safety lines. I mean, it was completely tarped, and yep, the build filled up. So you can see how much room there is here. That's the point. So here's the scupper. It's a scupper kit that's $118, supposed to rent the tool, which is like a special flare tool to put the scuppers in. You can see this one's already damaged, and there wasn't enough, you know, stuff, and it was wobbling in there. Wasn't even glued. So because it was wobbling in there, right here, that one was leaking, and you can see what it was doing there. See that? It's the point of this video. You got to pull these scuppers out. This factory job is just screwed up. What happened was the water is running down back through here, and right in front here they have a bracket that's glued right here. But it's not glued here, and the water runs down through here. And not only this, you can see I cut this all out because this is so cheap it broke right out. So I have to cut that right there. The cutoff wheel, you can get these at Harbor Freight. They're like $17 for a 4-inch, and then the cutoff wheel. So you can see before I started I made the video. So yeah, you're gonna have to cut it all the way up here to get some good stuff in there. What I'm gonna do is glue some teak down in there with epoxy, and then build it up with glass. Just stuff this glass down in there like that, wet it all down, stuff it right in there after I wrap it around the teak, like, you know. But yeah, you want that reinforced. That's really malfunctioning from the factory. I didn't even break that out, and this whole seam was just leaking. So all this water, say if you'd get like an inch of rain, the whole bilge fills up right through here or through the back of the stern. You know, it's just horrible. Now over here, you can probably see where the reinforcing's still pretty strong. But yeah, I gotta cut that out too to get the glass of the bed, and you have to cut it out way up high here where the glass won't. You know, you can't fit glass up behind there with your fingers unless you cut it up high enough. So you might as well remove all this, and then I'm gonna back. You can see there shouldn't be, see, like this scupper, there shouldn't be that airspace between that, and then there's another one. See, there's another airspace, so I'm going to fill them all in with like that glass there I showed you and not the micro balloons, but the milled fiber, I think it's called, and put that all in there and fill it in solid so you don't get any of this. I mean, all you got to do is bump that and it's going to start breaking down along here. Yeah, this was all had like a really thin crack, and you got to get that crack out. So this here would be reason enough to sell the boat, because you couldn't figure out how to fix it. It's a really hard problem, and I just showed you how to fix it. It's got to be all built up from underneath. It's all got to be replaced from underneath, and then it'll give you enough to put on top here even, and build that up some when you get this gel coat off, because it won't stick to the gel coat, this glass, you know, not as well as it will to the hardened stuff there. See what I'm saying again? I don't think I can show you because I'm not 3D, but see how this is built up? Okay, but the rest of it isn't built up here. See? So you step on that, look, it pushes down. Just any flexing, see? And it's going to split right out along that seam. And probably someone took some gel coat and just rubbed it right over the crack, but it still leaks. And then it leaks past them scuppers because they weren't even cemented in right. Not only that, there's a big gap in between the scuppers, all the way through. Should be solid. And then cement them in with like silicone. Yeah, once it's fixed, then you'll be able to sleep in the aft berth. Okay, it's me again, Horatio. I found out some real problems here. Right along here, it was all busted out, and the whole cockpit was running back into the stern here of the cockpit on the floor, and it was filling the bilge, and this wasn't done from the factory right. You stepped on here, I might have the video still showing you. You stepped on here and it sagged up and down, and it sprung until this just bent, you know what I mean? So I used this fiberglass cloth here and wrapped these are from my combs on the side of the cockpit, you know, to put stuff like your winch handle or something. I split these and wrapped them and stuck them in there to build that up, and then I pulled this up and put one underneath, and that sucker's tight now. It didn't even harden. It's only been like 24 hours. It usually takes like 7 days to harden. So this is what I wrapped it. Here it is. This, see how that springs in and out? I gotta fix that yet too. Put some kind of fiberglass in there, which they don't make fiberglass board without buying like a 4x8 sheet. But that's what I should have done. Glued like it's 1 inch between that and the back of the stern there. But these, you can see, there isn't anything on them. Nothing. They were in here like this, right? And the water would leak right down underneath there. See? And it would like run right into the what they call the 3/4 aft berth. And right, there was nobody ever slept back there because it was just all yucky and damp and moldy because of that reason. I'm telling you, this right here filled the cockpit. I had the cockpit, I had the galley completely water sealed, and all of a sudden the whole bilge is filled. I mean, like, how's that happen? And then I followed the trail, and here it is, a stream running all the way across the floor into the aft berth. Yeah, there's a bed under here, in case you didn't know. This is the 25 Catalina. So I just cut this right out, you know, with the saw, like Dremel saw even, right across there. You can see it's pretty flim-flam and it needs some bracing, even if you fill it with foam. That was the first option. But also, I don't know if you can see, they have this side here over this way further. Then they have this side here, see? This side here is correct. I mean, it's we're splitting hairs here, but you know, for such a big boat, it is off. See how much further that is off over there than it is over here, right here. See? Yep. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to mix this stuff here, milled fiber, in with the Systems 3 epoxy. And we're going to lay that in there like fairing compound, which is way stronger than fairing compound, because what milled fiber is, it's just this they put in a chopper and made it real fine. See, that's what it looks like a powder. Believe it or not, this stuff will be as hard as concrete, they say. Exactly what they do say. Alright, you don't want to use that polyester stuff. I see them using it. Trust me, you don't want to use it. This stuff here was so easy to chisel out. And all I did was cover it with wax paper. And it was so easy to chisel off. It doesn't really get hard right away like that polyester. It gets hard and brittle. It's just nasty stuff. You know? Don't use that stuff. Trust me, this will save you a lot of time. Make sure you get a pair of these gloves. This one of these, I don't know who makes these, but you've seen them already. They get a whole bunch of them. I think they're for sandwiches. And then this thing here, I got at Harbor Freight. A whole bunch of different size ones for like 99 cents. You can throw them away if you want. And I'm just going to put this stuff on here with that. So, what I did was I chiseled it out, and then I sanded it down with this here 60 grit. See, and then what I did, like if I had any air spots like right here, I took them out. See, like right there. Just dig them out. That one there I didn't really need to dig out because it's going to really soak up this stuff. It's the same as that anyway. You just got to know where you're at. And now I'm going to take it and wipe it down with this stuff right here. Acetone. Because acetone seems to be the only stuff that dissolves epoxy. You know, do you ever see that stuff when they put pipes on? You know, plastic pipes. It's cleaner. It's the same thing. It softens those plastic pipes. Same thing. This softens the epoxy, which is plastic pipe. And it makes the epoxy stick much nicer. And I wouldn't be doing this. And also right in these copper holes, you can see you got to fill them in too because they're not solid. It also will leak right down through there into the berth. So yeah, getting all this stuff out of here, this rag, is the way to go. And then you have to sand the back down here too, because that's too smooth to take the gloss, because we have to build that all back up again. Yep, so there you go. Wipe that down. Now I'm going to mix this systems 3 epoxy, which is 2 parts of resin and 1 part of hardener. You know, it's not that little tiny tube or something. That's polyester and it's total crap. Don't use it. Don't use that polyester fairing compound. None of it. So you see, that's gel coat, you know? Who are they kidding? But I make it myself. Oh, this is the resin and the hardener. See, they're trying to sell you some polyester junk. They really don't know what they're doing, really. It's like the dumb leading the dumb. It's best to just go out on your own. Figure stuff out yourself. You'll see that this is absolutely the right way. See, now I mixed 4 pumps of the System 4 resin and 2 pumps of the hardener. See, and it's like a nice yellow. See, when you put that on, you get a nice gel coat. It's painted on with one of those chip brushes. And this thing right here, if you can't see it, that's how I weigh stuff down. So make sure you have bricks and stuff and boards all set up. A lot of prep work. Make sure the sun's not up too, because you've seen that other video where the sun was up. Now you just mix this stuff the way you want. Yep. And it comes in different grades too. I found that out. See? And we don't have to worry about it lumping. We actually want it to lump because we are working horizontally from the top, you know? See? So we don't need, we're not mixing micro balloons or microspheres, whatever you want to call them. So maybe a little more. You want enough that it's kind of like mixing that concrete, you know. You got to get it just mixed right. The stuff, it's all the same. One thing's the same as the other. Boy, you know what? You don't want to spill it neither. You know how I know that? I don't know. Didn't need to do that before, did we? We did that too already, right? Just a bit more in there. Because I never mixed it before. No, seriously. There it is. I'm just mixing it to what I think is going to run into that crack there the best. Fill in all those voids. And yeah, we should have put some of that, what do they call that, silica stuff in it later on. Because we didn't realize we were going to mix that much. We mixed way too much. Look, it's like mayonnaise, isn't it? And this, put it right in there. Look at that, beautiful. Fills in all them cracks. Real nice. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, see? Scoop a bunch of it out of there. Yeah. And we don't spill it. That's what I'm talking about. Get some over here in this corner. Yeah. You know, we want that stuff nice and hard. Yes, we do. And anyway, this painter stick seems to look probably better, huh? Yeah, see that? It does. It's all slumped in there. Boy, oh boy, did we mix way too much. We got other jobs we could do with it. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. And now it'll all settle in there too. Fill in that hole too. Now we're going to go up on the front of the ship and we're going to fill that in too. Around the mast there I was working on. Hell yeah, look how much we got. Oh yeah, it was nice, and you could push down on this even too. Now look at it, jump on that, it won't move. Yeah, look at that. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Here's that job I did around the mast. And man, look at that. It's like gel coat, isn't it? But it's milled fiber, so it's going to be as hard as nails. And then I did this in here. That was just a surface crack. And I did these. And I built these up because they were too low. They were so freaking low that he had to bend these hinges, which aren't the right hinges. You see how you bend them? Because it was like here, you know? Here to there, like that. So I built them up to match this. And same thing with this hatch. This hatch has got one of these solar vents there. And you don't want that because then you can't lean. This is another recliner area, see? And then I have all these surface cracks that I dug out. Here, and here, and here. Oh yeah, even these started slumping. See how far it ran down? And I just kept picking it up for about an hour. And then I got this one here, over here. But I didn't get this one. Right in here. Nope, that's what I mean. That's what I was filling in. Pieces that I dug out, like cracks. And I filled in these screw holes. Because he had the wrong ones. You know, he had these cheap things here. You know, they're not the right ones. So none of this stuff is the right stuff. So we replaced it all. So that's what we did. We used it all up. Didn't waste any. But you know, we don't have that stuff. It's on order, the glue, so we just had to do it the way we had to do it to get it to work, because I don't want the rain running in there. That's right. Alright, these are what's in there, right? The depth, and you can see it's just a small LED, and it's not the new backlit style. So if you look at the NASA clipper gauges, you can get the depth and the speed, which these both replaced, right? And also, I don't know if you can see this, but this is on an angle, so you can lean like a recliner on this cockpit bench, like, you know. So yeah, these things slumped so bad, and I'll show you what I did. So really, it was a pretty good idea. I just kept going like this. Now that it's hard, that's what I'm doing, but I just pulled it up and cut it and just kept weaving it for about a freaking hour till it stopped running, and it's still got a slump right in there. Yep. Look how shiny that stuff is. I thought it's like almost like no, it's this stuff here, the milled fiber. So it came out pretty good, the milled fiber. That stuff would be as hard as nails, and I don't know that it's going to be too hard to sand, really. You know, they're trying to say it's harder than this. We'll see. I'll show you. So yeah, what I'm going to do is put the gauges up here. Those NASA clipper gauges. I'm going to put this one up here, and then over here I'm going to put a wind direction and wind speed. You know, it shows you the boat and which way the boat's going. It's the best, and you don't have to, you know, rubberneck to go up there and look at the mast all the time. Yeah. Now we're cooking. That's the way to really get it to slump. Okay. See, now I can put the gauges up here, so you can lay your back weight across there and lounge. Oh yeah. Now it won't slump. It's done slumping. And I'm going to eliminate this gauge too. I forgot to show you that one. This is over here where the compass was. And that compass, pretty sure Catalina Direct doesn't care. They got another compass, and that's probably the one I'm buying. Because, you know, the compass that they put in the boat here was non-repairable. So you want a repairable compass. Yeah. See, this one here is real nice. This one, we didn't get enough in there, which is good. We was running out. So yeah, the house is done, man. You know, if you don't have the glue. So that was fun. Yep. So it's bad evening, but don't do it. I should have done that in the sun, actually. Then it would have been dry. So I'm pretty sure your Catalina Direct 2 boat's leaking too, because if it's doing this stuff, look how easy that bends. See, you're going to have to put something between here and there now too, so it doesn't do that. But the water should go out the back now if it rains real hard. I bumped it. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I did a good job, I think. I just got to do some more work to finish it off. So we're moving right along, you know. We'll have the boat done by next year, next summer. We'll be able to cruise all over the place. Yes, sir. What's nice about this Catalina 25 is these benches, you notice, are flat, see? And, see what I mean? They're nice and flat, so you can actually sleep on these things. They're over 6 feet long. You could sleep right back here under the stars in the boat. So there you go. Thanks for watching.